I remember when I talked to you before the season, you had said something about how you wanted to show something this year, and show maybe how much better you've gotten, and you guys as a team come out here today and do what you did. What do you think that says?
I try to be one of the best players in America, and I feel like I'm trying to set that tone, and I feel like we can be one of the best teams in the state. And we just got to keep going. I just work my tail off every single day, and so do these guys in this locker room. Well, I don't know about locker room with COVID, but it's the greatest game in the world.
I know there's a moment there where you guys didn't really know that if you were going to get a season or not, or, how it was going to look. What's it been like to sort of be out here and it's not necessarily like normal, but you're here, you're playing games?
I just had that, was preparing as if we're having a season, still having hope, and when the Big Ten cancels, I was getting kind of nervous, but when coach and OHSA said we can play and we had our schedule set, I mean, we all jumping for joy, and it's just a blessing to get senior year.
Yeah, I think so. You played 2 games, right?
Yes.
How do you think you played so far? And obviously you have high expectations, but how do you think you played?
I think I've done really good. Run game and defensively. We're not throwing the ball, as much as we used to before, but. I still got to work on everything. I mean, there's so much room for improvement and everything. I got a lot of things to work on.
One of the things that's like pretty obvious to me is that you like to go for the kill on a block. I'm just interested in your mindset. Like, at what point in a play do you realize, all right, like it's time to finish this?
I mean, it's just go mode. I mean, that's just something, my dad and my youth coaches, that just instilled in me. You can be the nicest guy off the field, but when you cross those lines, you gotta attack, and guys talk trash. The big target you gotta play is advertised, and people respect it when you beat them. So,
how many times have you heard that in the last 2 games?
Like them talk trash and then get
about who you are, your status as an Ohio State.
A lot. But at the end of the day, we're all just trying to play the game we love. So.
You personally, what's different about you right now is like when you take the field. About your game than it was a year ago, and obviously you've still got more time to show what you do.
Yeah.
But what's different in your mind?
I think this year I'm a much better leader. Thinking more positive. Because that's all we needed. There's so much hardship. With this last 2020 year, and just thinking positive and having hope and cheering guys on. I think I'm just a much better leader, and I think that translates to us being a better team.
Is that something that you knew that you need to do? That your coaches mentioned that we're going to need you as a senior to step up?
Absolutely. My senior year. When I first met my coach, there was something he said, I'm going to lean on you. We're going to need you, and he challenges me, and I just try to answer every time.
What this season, the rest of the season, and obviously I think you have 4 more games. Or is it 3 or 4?
3.
3 games in the playoffs.
And then playoffs and whatever happens there.
What do you want to show people and show people that you have improved and you're ready for college?
Just a guy that can dominate every phase of the game. A guy that can put a guy on the ground. A guy that can have a smooth pass set. A guy that can get a tackle for loss, a sack, and block a kick. I just try to let my presence known and try to be one of the best players in America.
Yeah, you're playing defense too. Do you enjoy that?
It was my first love, actually.
Really?
It was, because I always watched, like Joey Bosa, John Simon, and a bunch of other great defensive ends like Clowney. But but no, my body type, I gotta be offensive line. So.
How do you compare to Jadeveon Clowney?
Not much, but
maybe John Simon.
Yeah.
We'll go that route. I do want to ask about Ohio State. Obviously, since you're committed, people can't take visits and whatnot. I'm sure coaches probably aren't talking to you as much as normally they would if you were uncommitted. What is that communication process like with Ohio State? How often do you get to talk to Coach
we talk
Dodd?
often. We talk almost every day.
Oh, okay.
Still, but just a lot of checkups. They're not playing, so they're more asking. What's going on here, and sometimes I ask, is there, what's going on, and. Just genuine relationship, and we gotta keep building it, and because it's right around the corner. So,
what's Coach Judd's feedback been on now? He's seen you play an actual game this year. Did he? I don't know if he sat down with you on Zoom or anything, or maybe gave you a call or talked to you about that.
We watched film of other games, like Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
you know, like NFL games and stuff like that. But I'm sure he's watching film, and I mean they're watching it too. So gotta get ready for college and give everything I have.
Mm-hmm. How do you think that this 2021 class that you have right now really stacks up and nationally, and what do you what do you feel like this group can do when it gets to college?
I mean, we're just a tight group. You know, I think we're the best class in America. And, I mean, we're just, again, a tight group that's going to get everything that we have. I mean, we love the game. I mean, we love being a part of the Buckeye tradition. You know, we will eventually, not it fully, but
Yeah.
you know, we're excited, and I mean, it's going to be a show.
Mm-hmm. I know that you've obviously been committed a long time. Who are the guys right now that you really want to add to this? And I know you guys have only a few more spots left in this class.
Mecca to Columbus. Come on, man. You know, I know Mecca wants to come. Wide receiver, you, man. You know, any other OL, come to the show. I mean, this is the best team in America. Who's next? That's all I gotta say.
What's your Mecca pitch? I mean, I know you've had the Mecca to America.
Come play with the best offense of class in America, and let's be great. Let's be great.
There you go. And I do want to ask. Obviously, you saw Wyatt Davis's decision,
Yeah.
and I know. What was your relationship like with him? And what's it like to see someone have to make this decision right now?
I've never really had like a genuine conversation with him, but we follow each other and reply to each other on social media before. Yeah, no, I mean, an All-American player all decade as an active player, I think he's like the only one. So, I mean, someone I want to try and be like him. So.
Yeah, and I do. Lastly, what's it been like to follow this Ohio State situation? Like, will they play? When will they play? What are they going to do? Because obviously, like, it's like everybody.
Honest,
Everybody's trying to figure
I'm really just focused on my team right now, and it's like one of the things, like other school. I mean, not really, but other teams, kids in my school, are going to talk crap, about them not playing the Big Ten, and they're playing the Big Ten but not playing. I just try to, be great now, and we'll see what happens.